What's up, guys? Welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. Today is Tuesday, October the 22nd, and today's review is going to be coming out of the Lazy Magnolia Brewing Company out of Kiln, Mississippi. And this is actually their 2013 fall seasonal beer, and it is their Me and the Dev Ale, which I'm a big, huge fan of Lazy Magnolia, and I pretty much have yet to try beer of theirs that I do not like. This one actually has a really cool bit of artwork on the front of the bottle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of their tribute and hats off to the Mississippi Delta Blues, which I'm a fan of, being from the South and all. But anyway, like I said, Lazy Magnolia Brewing, Me and the Dev Ale. Check this one on Beer Advocate, and Beer Advocate gave it a score of 82. Which is pretty good. It comes in at an 8.50% alcohol by volume, which that's pretty stout beer, guys. So if you pick this one up, be careful. It could probably get you in lots of trouble. But the style is an American strong ale. Let's see, food pairings. Cheeses would be your nuttier cheeses, Asiago, Colby, Parmesan, and as far as your dishes, cuisine goes, it just says general, which I'm taking that, and you can pretty much serve it with anything, but which I kind of find a little odd, because usually wines and beers, different styles go with different dishes, but this one is, I guess, just a general beer. It can be served with any food item. So anyway, it is served in a pint glass or becker, nonic, tumbler, snifter, mug, or Seidel or Stein. It said it can be cellared for long periods under the proper conditions, and it is to be cellared at around 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's open this thing up, guys. Enough talking about it. Let's just open it up and let's see what it smells like, looks like, tastes like. Alright. And I'm going to be pouring this into a pint glass. Try to pour this one just a little slower than I did yesterday. I tend to pour a little fast and get a lot bigger head than what it needs to be. Which this thing is not pouring a big head at all. Very clear beer, guys. Lots of carbonation bubbles. It's kind of a, it's a very translucent, kind of golden, pretty copper as far as in color. Yeah, golden slash copper. It's a strange color. Very clear for an ale, I guess. Well, clear for if it was an IPA. I don't know. Maybe this is about what an ale should look like. Nah, I'd still say it's a little clear for an ale, but it poured beautifully. No head at all. I've still got just a little bit in this bottle. I'm sure I can fit that. Yeah, no head at all, guys. And this thing is chilled, so you think that would pour a pretty large head. No head on this one, just a slight ring of foam. If it poured a big head, it would be kind of a white color head. It wouldn't be as dark as your typical IPAs. Still a lot of carbonation bubbles coming up, but as far as the body of the beer, it's poured beautifully, guys. Beautifully, just not much of a head. So anyway, let's put a nose on it, see what it smells like. Not got a whole lot right up front. Try it again. Okay. I can tell right now that this is a pretty malty beer. Got a lot of citrus, as usual, as expected. A lot of citrus. Very piney as well. And I'm getting kind of a sweet, not really toffee, kind of toffee, a lot of caramel coming out of the aroma. So it kind of smells, it's floral and a little bit of citrus, or should I say a lot of citrus and pine with a little floral aspect as far as the aroma. But it's very malty smelling. Quite a bit of pine, quite a bit of citrus. Smells pretty good, guys. I'm not getting a lot of aroma alcohol in this one. It's got a very high alcohol by volume. I wouldn't say very, but pretty high. 8 pretty much 8.5%. But I'm not smelling any of the booze in it. So anyway, let's take a drink of it. Let's see what it tastes like. Almost an IPA. Almost. A little bit of lacing on the glass, considering there's not much of a head on this thing. But it's being an ale, I guess. It's stronger for it's not a basic ale. I guess that's why they call it a strong ale. But it's almost an IPA. Almost, guys. Tasting just a little bit of alcohol on the back end. Up front, it's very, it's got a lot of pine, a little bit of citrus, very earthy. I do not know what kind of hops or malt they use in this, but it is very malty, pretty hoppy. It's very hoppy right up front, but it quickly fades away as far as the bitterness. The bitterness doesn't linger very long like I typically like it to do. Like when I drink an IPA, I like when that bitterness, that bite lasts, you know, and gently fades away, you know, into the malt sweetness. This thing starts off real hoppy, real bitter, and then it's like it's gone. You know, it doesn't linger long enough to really enjoy. Like I said, you know, this is an ale. It's not a IPA. It's not an India Pale. It's just a plain, strong pale ale. But it's very delicious. Don't get me wrong. Very tasty. I will definitely pick this one up again. It's definitely a do-over. I would do it again, but it's not got enough bite for me to really rate this one up high. Not anything that I would put in my top 10, but it's a very good approach as far as Lazy Magnolia. It was a very good approach for the style. Very well done for an ale. I'm not going to knock it at all. It's very tasty. It just, the hot bitterness just doesn't last long enough for me, guys. It's like it teases you. It's like you take a drink, it's there, and then it's gone. I don't like that. That's the only thing as far as this beer is concerned. It's the only thing I do not like. The hot bitterness doesn't last as long as I would like. But as far as the taste, it's, like I said, it's got the pine, it's got a little bit of floral, it's got your caramel kind of malt sweetness to it. Let's see, yeah, a little bit of floral, pine, a lot of citrus in this one. It's kind of got a spicy zing to it, but all that combined, the hops just do not last long enough. 8.5% alcohol. This thing, I'm glad that they only sell it in 4-packs, because anything over that, I think I would be getting myself in trouble. But it's a very tasty beer, guys. I do recommend this one. It's worth trying. It's worth picking up if you see it. I wouldn't say it would be one that you can make a regular go-to beer. I would say this is very sessionable, very drinkable beer. It's not anything overly strong to where you couldn't sit down and have a nice session with it. It's very drinkable, but it does have a high ABV, so keep that in mind, guys. Don't get yourself in trouble, and definitely do not drink and drive. I don't care you know, if the ABV is 2, you know, I'm not one to, you know, preach to the choir here, but I do believe in, you know, being safe and, you know, I always had a designated driver. This particular beer has got a high ABV, and definitely do not get behind the wheel after drinking a couple of these. But yeah, it's a very good beer, guys. It's very full. It's very citrusy. Got some pine characteristics. It's very malty. Has that sweetness. Has a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a hot bitterness, and then it fades away. It's a very malty beer. Overall, it's more malty than it is hoppy, but it is delicious. It's good seasonal. So if you guys see this out, pick it up. It's worth a try. Let me get another drink of it. Like I said, a little bit of lacing on the glass. That's always a pretty decent sign. Actually, when I went into the beer store, I was actually going in looking for Sierra Nevada's Tumbler Brown Ale, and it's I think it's their seasonal this year for the fall, and they were sold out. I saw this one, and it's one of my top beers as far as breweries goes. I do love Lazy Magnolia, and most of theirs are pretty damn tasty, guys. So I decided to pick this one up, and I'm not let down. I picked up a couple of bombs here lately. They weren't very good at all. I mean, they were okay. So I've been burned a couple of times, but this one redeemed it. You know, my bad beer buying streak. This one's good, guys. So yeah, if you see it, pick it up. It's Lazy Magnolia's Me and the Dev Ale. Highly recommended. I'm gonna take one more chug, guys, and then I'm gonna go for the day. As always, drink safe, drink responsible. Cheers, guys.